Hey everyone, and welcome to Quick Review. Today we're looking at Islanders. I wasn't sure if I wanted to review this because initially I wasn't sure if I really considered this a game. But then I remembered that Flower is considered a game, so you know what, here we are. Islanders is a very simple, endless city builder that does away with resources and build times in favor of just letting the user place buildings. It seemed like a relatively simple concept, but as it turns out, there's actually a degree of depth to placing your buildings and optimizing how you set up your world. For the most part, Islanders is a randomly generated game. Every playthrough will be different, but it's not entirely random. As you progress, islands seem to share common properties across playthroughs, be it size or general terrain structure. The first few islands in general seem like they're a constant reintroduction to the game, slowly working in all of the buildings and what you can potentially build. On my first go at Islanders, I had it written off as a Zen-type game that just lets you aimlessly place buildings to create a city while you progress through islands. I was wrong. Once you actually know what all the buildings are going to be, and have an idea of what should go near what else, the game winds up actually requiring a degree of strategy. I can say this because at the time of recording, I was the 16th spot on the leaderboards, so I'm pretty much an authority on Islanders. But seriously, aside from just offering a calm and relaxing experience, there's also a leaderboard, and it was actually somewhat challenging to optimize all of my placements in the hopes of a high score. You're basically thrown into Islanders with a set number of resources. As you place those resources, you get points. As your points reach various milestones, you get to choose what kind of buildings you want to go after next. All this while you're trying to accrue a certain number of points in total in order to advance to the next island. Also, at a certain point, you unlock all of the technology for that island, and you'll no longer be able to choose what you want. At this point, you're basically in the endgame and will be given seemingly random resources that are likely weighted in some way to work with until you either make it to the next island or run out of things to do. There's actually something to be said as well about the order that you place your buildings. I won't ruin it, but there are some buildings that are much better to place early, while others are better to place later in order to optimize your space and points you'll get from those buildings. It's something that you actually have to think about if you're aiming to get as far as possible or max out your score. Honestly, that's it. Islanders is that simple, and it was built to be that simple. The developers said it themselves. Islanders is great for playing every now and then, discovering some new islands and beating your high score. It's not a hardcore game that will push you to your limits. For me, I can see myself playing Islanders when it's 3 AM and all of my friends have hopped off whatever multiplayer game we've been playing that night, and for some strange reason I want to stay up and don't really have anything to do. That's where Islanders comes in. It sounds like a strange niche to own, but it's something I think I genuinely appreciate. It's also worth saying that the design style and music lends to that case as well. The game looks simple and beautiful. You can sit back and really enjoy the island you've built before moving on and abandoning it forever. The music is also pretty calm and just creates a nice ambience while you sit there and really, let's be honest, do nothing. So, if you find yourself routinely awake at 3 AM after rage quitting Overwatch and need something to calm you down while still presenting a degree of challenge, give Islanders a shot. It's super cheap, and I've already dumped many hours into the game myself. And don't forget, this is just in my opinion. If you feel like I left something out, disagree, or just want to suggest another game for me to review, leave a comment. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and check back weekly for more reviews.